Welcome to the Christian Success Show, the show that helps you achieve more success in every area of your life. I'm your host, Wes Young. Thank you for joining me today. The Christian Success Show is brought to you by Christian-Success.com. Visit Christian-Success.com to join the community and check out the special $7 deals designed to help you achieve big success in specific areas of your life. If you want personal help achieving more success, you can find out how to work with the top Christian life, success, and business coach and consultant at Christian-Success.com/coach. Now, let's get started with today's show. Today's show is how to start a blog side business. It's easier than ever to start a blog today. There's software you can get to make running a blog extremely easy. It's basically just point and click or drag and drop. It's easy to get a domain name. It's easy to set up hosting. And I'm going to walk you through this during this show and everything there is to do with setting up a blog and why you might want to start a blog. The first thing you need to decide on if you're going to start a blog is the subject. What is the blog going to be about? The nice thing about a blog is you can make a blog about anything that you're interested in. And I think you should make it about something you're interested in because you're more likely to continue updating the blog, making new posts, and growing your blog site, which will help attract more people to read your blog and more customers to help you make a little bit of money from this side business. Now, make a list of all the things you're interested in and things you know about and pick one to start a blog. Now, a lot of people will suggest that you focus on a blog that gives you a better chance to make money. For instance, if you start a blog about how to make money or how to start a business, you're more likely to make money from that than if you start a blog about how to grow roses. However, I suggest, especially with your first blog, that you don't worry about monetization at first. You don't worry about how you're going to make money, because the truth is, a good blog that builds a good audience in any industry can make some financial returns for you. So I suggest picking a subject that you care about, that you know a lot about, and that you're not going to have to spend a lot of time researching in order to write blog posts about. So you make a list and settle on a subject that your blog's going to be about. The first thing you're going to need is you're going to need a domain name. And there's a lot of different places online where you can buy domain names. I use Namecheap and GoDaddy to buy domain names, and I've got good service from both of them over the years, but those aren't the only ones. Feel free to use one of them or take a look around and find something somewhere else. I do recommend when you buy a domain that you try to buy it from a company that's been around quite a while so you don't have to worry about them going out of business. Now, let's talk about domain name choices. You can go to Namecheap or GoDaddy or another domain name registrar, and you can type in ideas, and it'll tell you whether the domain name's available. I highly recommend finding a domain name with a .com ending. .com is what people have been trained to automatically think of when they think of domain names. Like the domain name for the site that I have associated to this show is Christian-Success.com. Now, I do have some businesses and websites with other domain name extensions other than .com, but I strongly suggest keep trying different combinations of ideas until you find something available in a .com. The only other two options I'd ever consider using are a .org or a .net. And if you have to have just a perfect name and it's not available in a .com and it is in a .net or a .org, you can use it for your blog. However, before you do that, I always take a look at the site that is using the .com domain name and make sure that if my customers accidentally go there, that it doesn't somehow hurt my business. So anyway, a good domain choice usually will have a description of something to do with what your blog is about. So if you got a blog about how to grow roses, you might look for rosegardening.com, howtogrowroses.com, specialrosegrowingtips.com, things like that. Brainstorm a lot of different ideas. The shorter the domain name, the better, but don't worry too much because a lot of the shortest domain names are already taken, but there's still plenty of good .com domain names available. Once you get a domain, you need hosting for your blog. Now, I get hosting at the same place that I get my domain name, and you don't need $100 a month or whatever domain hosting package. Domain name should cost you between $10 and $15 a year, and hosting you can get by with hosting packages for $5 or $10 a month. You don't need to go high end on your hosting, especially when you start. So you buy a domain name and a hosting package from the same place. And I always get my hosting with a place that offers WordPress. Now, WordPress is a free content management system that you install on your hosting, and you use it to run and build your blog. It makes it very simple and it's easy to learn. So, the good thing about the two places I suggest, Namecheap and GoDaddy, is they offer free WordPress install on their basic hosting packages. You buy your domain, buy your hosting, attach your domain to your hosting, and then load the free WordPress installation. And then all you have to do is log into your site's WordPress backend, and then that's how you manage your blog. So, what's the difference between a blog and a website? Well, the truth is they're both websites in a way. A blog traditionally is a website that people post blogs to, blog post, and the blog post will show up at the top and push down the older blog post, and then the blog post will also be on their own separate pages. A more traditional website has a main index page for the website, and then when you build new pages, they're available elsewhere on the site, and you can follow links from the home page to get to other pages on the site. There's really not a huge difference, and the truth is, if you use WordPress, you can build a traditional blog or a more traditional website. So it doesn't really matter. Now, here's some questions that you should think about and some answers for some questions you might have about starting a blog side business. How long should your blog posts be? Don't get overly concerned about how short or how long your blog posts are. Write enough to cover whatever you're writing about as best as you can, and then end the post and post it. As a rough guideline, I don't like posting any blog post under 500 words, and I've posted blog posts of 3,000 to 4,000 words in length, but I don't get too worried about it. There's a lot of good, successful blogs that post 500-word blog posts all the time, and then there's some of them that average 1,500 words. It doesn't really matter. Just cover whatever you want to cover in that individual blog post. How often should you post? This is entirely up to you, but I suggest posting at least once a week to your blog. I know someone that several years ago decided he wanted to launch a freelance writing business. So he set up a blog and he posted every day to his blog for 3 years. And he used this to build his freelance writing business. His blog was about writing and freelance writing, and by consistently posting every day to his blog, he built up a following, and he's filled all of his available time as a freelance writer. So you can post as often as you want or as little as you want, but if you can post once a week, that's a good schedule. How important is picking an in-demand market? I've already covered this a little bit. With your first blog, I think you should focus on something you know about and you enjoy. If you find some success with it, then you can maybe launch another blog in a more in-demand market, but I wouldn't worry about it up front. Do you worry about running out of topics? I read a lot of books, and whenever I run short on topic ideas, I get out some books about whatever it is I'm writing about, and I look at the chapter titles, and this always helps me come up with new ideas. So I don't think you have to worry about running out of topics. If you're worried about it, do some research online, buy some books, look at different things, and start making a master list of topics you want to cover in the future. Now, how are you going to monetize your blog side business? The first thing, you're not going to make any money from it until you build a following. And the way to build a following is to keep posting good information. And then people start finding you through the search engines. And if they like your content, they keep coming back. So you don't have to worry about monetization strategies up front. But some different ways to make money from a blog is affiliate marketing. You can advertise products that other manufacturers and other people have on your blog, and then when people buy those through a special link you get from the people that run these affiliate programs, and you get a cut of the sale. You can sell your own products. Maybe you could make some information products that deal with whatever your blog's about and offer them for sale. You could make courses that have to do with what your blog's about. You could write a book and sell it on your blog. You could offer seminars. There's a wide range of ways that you can monetize your blog once you start building some traffic. Now, one thing I want to talk about quickly is SEO, or search engine optimization. Search engine optimization is basically a way to do things that attract the search engines and make it easier to rank in the search engines. But basically, as a beginning blogger, I don't think you should worry at all about search engine optimization and SEO. You don't need to go hire an expert, and you don't need to spend 1,000 hours learning about SEO. As long as you're producing good quality original content and offering value to your readers, SEO is going to take care of itself. After you get some traction and start building an audience, you can do some research and learn some more about SEO if you want. But basically, what the big search engines want is they want good quality content for the readers, so that when people search for this content and click on a link and go to your site, that they get what they're looking for. Don't be afraid to link to good resources. Some people that run blogs and websites are afraid that if they link to other good resources from within their blog post, that people will leave and never come back. But my experience is that when you offer good resources and good information to people, they will come back. They're glad you offered them a good resource and a good link. A blog can be the launching point or the center for many other businesses. When you set up and start a blog and start gaining traction and building an audience, you can use your blog for many different kinds of side businesses. So that's one thing to think about as you're building something with a blog. One thing about using a blog or starting a blog as a side business is it's a long-term plan. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. You're not going to make a lot of money right away. But if you stick with it and build a quality blog, eventually you're going to gain momentum, start getting some regular users and readers, your audience is going to grow, and monetization opportunities are going to come up. I want to sincerely thank you for joining me today. I know that you have plenty of options on how you spend your time, and it's an honor you're letting me help you achieve more success in your life. God bless you. Don't forget to check out the special $7 deals designed to help you achieve more success in specific areas of your life at Christian-success.com. If you want personal help achieving more success, you can find out how to work with the top Christian life, success, and business coach and consultant at Christian-success.com/coach. Have a blessed day.